Hello and welcome to my review of the Necrons Cryptothralls from the Warhammer 40,000 INDOMITUS box set. Currently there is only one way to get these Cryptothralls, and that is through this box set right here. Possibly Games Workshop will release these two models or a group of them separately, who knows, but as of yet you can only get them in this £125 set. What we'll do is we'll look at the details of them. We'll give them some size we'll go through some size comparisons, and then I will talk about their rules. Now I must admit, these are my least favourite models in the whole set, and that might upset a few of you because I know that a couple of you absolutely love them. They're like walking death dustbins or garbage cans or whatever, but I'm not a huge fan of them because they do just look like a robot's burst out of a metal drum. But maybe I'm just so diluted with robots and things from Michael Bay. Thanks, Michael Bay. Anyway, these Cryptothralls, my least favourite units, models in the whole set, but I picked up the courage and I will go through and I'll review them all the way. So wish me luck. Let's have a look at these models individually, and let's have a look at their detail. So here we go. They've got these blades on their arms. They're kind of walking forwards. They've both got different heads. They've got these, this kind of armor rib cage thing around them. I'm just not sure. I just don't know what they're meant to do, like what they're meant to be. I mean, do they hide in these things? I mean, does it protect a lot of their body? I'm not sure. You've got the sides here, these strange like circular energy discs things, which are also present on the Canoptech Reanimator and the plasma side. Very strange because it looks like the shoulder is just mounted onto this armor plate and it's not mounted inside on the actual body. Maybe because there's that disconnect there with the joint that I'm not too comfortable with it, but there we go. Anyway, that's one of them. This is the other one. It's luckily you don't get a pair of twins. They are both different and unique in some respects, but they're not in any kind of action pose. They're not charging forwards, they're not leaping with these blades out. Maybe I feel like some kind of fast action pose would have suited them better rather than them just sort of stalking about. But there we go, they're the two Cryptothralls. Let's jump straight into some of the size comparisons straight away. So the first size comparison I'll make is just with the normal Necron Warrior, because I think that's an important one to do. They are, I want to say, similar height, very similar height to the normal Necron Warriors. But moving up to the Overlord is bigger base and he is taller and a fair bit more detail, I'd like to say. Yeah, it's clear that it's got a fair bit more detail. But then if we move up to like the Scorpec Lord, much bigger. And obviously the Scorpec Destroyer is a fair bit bigger too. So that's you know, their size compared to other Necron models. Compared to the Primaris offerings, here is the Primaris Lieutenant, and he is a little bit shorter, just a tad. Like the husk of the Cryptothrall is just a bit higher than his head. But obviously the Iron Halo type thing is makes him look taller. But if we compare him to, say, a normal Assault Intercessor, yeah, it's not much in it. I'd probably say there the Assault Intercessor looks a bit taller, but that is because of his pose. Maybe let's compare him to a Eradicator. Yeah, Eradicator is a little bit bigger. The Power Plant is definitely bigger. So that's the size comparisons with those. Let's just show you them with the typical models. So a normal Space Marine then, this is an interesting one. Yeah, taller than a normal Space Marine. which is odd and interesting. So if you've got these Cryptothralls about, they're going to be looming over Space Marines. Yeah, Slime Marbo is dwarfed by them. And then a normal Primaris, as we've just seen, is a little bit bigger, but it depends, and it depends on the pose of the Primaris. But hopefully that gives you an idea of just the size of these, that they are bigger than the normal Necron warriors, but they might not be bigger than the normal Primaris in some instances. Okay, so this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Cryptothralls. They are an elite choice, and they will set you back a power points cost of a 2, making them the cheapest unit in the Indomitus Necron force, along with the Canoptech Scarab Swarms. However, with the Scarab Swarms, if the unit contains 4 or more models, then that bumps it up to power rating of 4. So yes, on face value, these are the cheapest. Their stat line reads movement of 5 inches, weapon skill 4+, ballistic skill 4+, strength and toughness are both 5, 2 wounds each, 3 attacks, leadership 10, and a save of 3+. That's not too bad, you know, except for the weapon skill and ballistic skill, it's not too bad. Every model is equipped with a Scouring Eye. Now the Scouring Eye is a range 12-inch, pistol 2, strength 5, AP -2, and a damage of 1. It's not too bad, it's just that it's quite short range. But the Scythe Limbs, strength of the user, which is only 5, AP -1, and a damage of 1. So far, the profile's alright, but the weapons that it's equipped with are a bit lackluster. Let's see if this improves with the abilities. So, abilities. They have Living Metal and Reanimation Protocols. They have Bound Creation. In a Battle-Forged army, you can include 1 Cryptothralls unit in a detachment for each Cryptech unit in that detachment, and therefore Cryptothralls units do not take up slots in a detachment. The Plasmancer is Cryptech, so they're not going to take up that slot in the detachment. Protectors. It's an aura ability where enemy models cannot target a Cryptech unit from your army with a ranged weapon whilst it is within 3 inches of a friendly Cryptothralls unit. Again, so you put your Plasmancer near them, and then your enemy can't target the Cryptech unit, even though he is a character. And finally, Systematic Vigour. Models in this unit change their weapon skill and ballistic skill characteristic to 3+, and their attacks characteristic to 6, whilst this unit is within 6 inches of any friendly Cryptechs. Even more of a reason to have them both near the Plasmancer, because it's going to bump up their weapon skill and ballistic skill to 3+, and bump up their attacks to 6. So now they're getting 12 attacks, which is immense. So even if you're going to take them as little bodyguards for your Plasmancer, that's still a very decent thing to do. Keywords: Necrons, Canoptech, Infantry, and Cryptothralls. Even though I'm not a big fan of the way the models look, I do like the idea that they don't take up a slot in the detachment, and they act as little bodyguards for the Plasmancer. Big fan of that. I like it when other units form some kind of bond or synergy with others and buff them or act as their bodyguards or something like that. And actually in the army shot, it shows both of them near the Plasmancer anyway, so even more evidence to show that that's the preferred method of using them, rather than just having them, you know, by themselves as kind of cannon fodder, really. Anyway, what do you guys think of these two models? Are you in agreement with me, or do you absolutely love them and think that they are the best looking models in the whole set? I'm really interested to find out your thoughts and opinions on them. Please do jot it down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The flesh is weak.